Okay, so good morning everyone. So I welcome you all to this lecture series on basic electronics. And like we discussed in the last class, we officially ended our module number 2. And today in this class, we're going to have the discussion
Excuse me, sir.
module number 3. So basically, we'll start with module number 3. The module number 3, the title of the module 3 goes like this: operational amplifiers.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Could you please explain me that assignment question, sir? Third question, numerical.
What was that question? Can you please repeat it?
Mm.
Regarding that input resistance?
Yes, sir. That only, sir.
Yeah, you better just find it from the textbook. It is available in the textbook. It is purposefully left as not explained in the class. It is a simple concept, and because there are two parameters given, voltage and current, and I'm asking you to find resistance, I don't think that will be that difficult to understand when you have voltage and current being given, and how do you find the resistance? Ohm's law
Okay.
equation.
Yes, sir.
So you just
Yes,
go
sir.
to the textbook and you'll find it in the JFET or in the MOSFET section. You'll try to understand. It's a simple equation they have mentioned. You can use that equation and you can figure out what will be the input resistance.
Okay, sir.
Fine.
Okay, sir.
On top of that, if you're not able to understand, let me just know. You can submit it as it is without that question, and let's try to explain it in the next class.
Okay, sir.
Fine.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So this is my module number 3, that is operational amplifiers, which we shortly or in the short form we call it as op amp. So again, this module is going to introduce you with a completely new concept, which you haven't come across this particular concept. But basically, the application or the main purpose of these operational amplifiers or op amp is basically used to perform different kinds of mathematical operations using electrical signals. So basically, we try to use voltage and current as our signals in all our different circuits. Let's say that you want to perform some sort of mathematical operations, like you want to add some signals or you want to add two voltages and you want to understand what will be the resulting value. You want to do some subtraction of the voltages and you want to understand what will be the outcome of that, because the signals will be of different nature. The signals could be of sinusoidal in nature, they could be a triangular, right? They could be of square wave. Unlike your simple mathematics, I'm not just adding 1 plus 1 equal to 2. I cannot be doing that. When I say there are and I want to add two sine waves, and if these are the two sine waves, what will be the resulting value, that I should be able to understand. And if I want to add a triangular wave along with the square wave and sine wave, so what will be the resulting output? So like that, there are multiple applications that will arise, or the concepts will arise, wherein addition or performing some sort of mathematical aspects on a given signals becomes very important. Under that scenario, these operational amplifiers will be very, very handy. So down the line in your entire lecture series, you'll be understanding what are the different applications, or how do I use these op amps in performing the addition, in performing the subtraction, in performing the integration, differentiation. How do I do that using these operational amplifiers? You'll be understanding that down the line in the subsequent classes. But before that, when I say operational amplifiers, what is that they are going to have inside it, or what are the components that are present inside the operational amplifier, or basically what is an operational amplifier made up of. So basically, as the name suggests, these are nothing but the amplifiers. So which means they are going to amplify the input signals. Along with that, they are going to perform some sort of operations, and they could be some of the mathematical operations. Now, if I just say the structure or the symbolic representation of an op amp can be given as this. So basically, the op amp has got two inputs which are over here and one output. which is my output terminal. And I'm going to call these two inputs as inverting input and non-inverting input. So there are two inputs for any operational amplifier, and this is my symbolic representation. I'll try to show you what will be components that will be present in this operational amplifiers. But for you, since it is only you are learning the applications of operational amplifiers, no need to worry about or no need to stress more on what will be the internal structure or how exactly the internal entire entity of my operational amplifier works. So if for me, understanding the basic symbol and its application is more than sufficient at this level. So this is my symbolic representation, which has got one input terminal named as inverting input and another input terminal known as non-inverting input terminal. And we have got two power supplies, which we call it as plus VCC and minus VEE, and they are represented at the pin number 7 and pin number 4. And there will be some other pins also. So this is basically an 8-pin IC if I try to understand. So if I take an integrated chip or if I take an operational amplifier from the market, you will get an IC like this. So these ICs will be having 4 plus 4, 8 pins. And all these pins are named with different names. And what these pins are stated as per the symbolic representation has been shown over here. So pin number 2 and 3 are your basically inputs, and pin number 6 is your output. Pin number 4 and pin number 7 are your two power supplies. So it will be working on two power supplies. And there are other pins which I'll be letting you know when the need arises. So basically, operational amplifier is a 8-pin IC, which is basically a differential amplifier. Differential amplifier ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ I am not taking a single input, rather I am taking two inputs. And when I am taking two inputs, I will not be taking two inputs separately. Rather, what I'll be doing, I'll be taking the difference between these two inputs. So that is basically the agenda in utilizing the op-amp. So op-amp works by taking two inputs, that is the difference between the two inputs. Again, don't get confused. I'm not doing the subtraction over here. I'm going to take the difference. Whichever is the highest, I'll be subtracting it from the lowest. So that's what I'm going to do that. So difference, I'm going to take that as the input, and it is going to provide me the output with an amplified version. So this is what is basically the general understanding of operation amplifier. So basically an operation amplifier is a, in fact, if I just try to understand in particularly the definition of this operation amplifier, it is a very high gain differential amplifier with high input impedance and low output impedance. Can anybody tell me what you mean by impedance? Yes. What do you mean by impedance? Yes. What do you mean by impedance? Impedance ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು?
Resistance.
It is a kind of resistance, but resistance ನೀವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ? Resistance ಅಂತ ನೀವು ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ
opposition to the flow of current.
Obviously, resistance is what? Opposition to the flow of current. But what if my capacitor also opposes to the flow of current, and what if my inductor also opposes to the flow of current? And what if my other components that are present inside my IC also opposes to the flow of current? In that scenario, I won't be calling it as a resistance. I'll be calling it as an impedance. So in one or the other term, impedance andre opposing to the flow of current. In a simpler term, it is nothing but the resistance only. But impedance anta bandaga, it will include the resistance, capacitance, as well as the inductance also. So altogether, ಯಾವುದೇ component ಇದ್ರೂ ಅವು ಏನಾದರೂ current flow ಗೆ oppose ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, then we call it as the impedance. But in a simple term, I can just say for time being, input resistance only, because I'm not dealing with any capacitor and inductance right now. Since I'm dealing with the resistance most of the time, let me keep it as resistance. So basically, operational amplifier is a differential amplifier. Why I call it as a differential amplifier? Because it is going to consider the difference between its input, and it has got very high input resistance and low output resistance, and it is of very high gain. Now, can anybody tell me what do you mean by gain? I have the amplifier, and I gave the input as 10 volt. I'm getting the output as 100 volt. What is the gain? What is the gain of this amplifier?
90 volt.
90.
Any other answer?
Difference between input and output.
I think you might have learned about profit and loss in your mathematics.
Yes, sir.
ಈಗ ನಂಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ, ನನ್ನ ಕಡೆ 10 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಅದ, ನಾನು I did some kind of business. Now I obtained 100 rupees as my returns. Now what is the amount of, or what is the net profit that I obtained for my 10 rupees? Athwa just fold that input or my money got replicated. How many fold? How many times is my output now?
10 times.
10 times, right? So 10 ಪಟ್ಟು ನನಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂತೀವಿ, ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಐ ಸೇ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ 10 rupees, ನಂಗೆ 10 ಪಟ್ಟು ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ನನ್ನ ಕಡೆ 100 rupees ಬಂತು. So the same way, I have 10 volts and 10 fold there is an increase in the voltage. So the gain is nothing but, how do I obtain 10 fold? If I divide the output by input, ಬರ್ತಲ್ಲ 10. So basically,
Yes,
the
sir.
gain which we represent by the term AV, if it is a voltage gain, AI if it is a current gain. So since I'm dealing with the voltage, I'm talking about AV. So AV is my gain, and gain can be obtained by dividing the output value by the input value. So that's my gain, and this has to be very, very high for the amplifier. Yakappa antandre amplifier antandre enu, basically it is going to enhance the input signal to a larger value, and that larger value ಎಷ್ಟು ಪಟ್ enhance ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ನನಗೆ ಇದು gain. If I say the gain of the amplifier is 15, can you tell me what will be the resulting value? For an input voltage of 10, the gain of my amplifier is 15. What will be the output voltage?
150.
150.
Exactly. So that's how I try to achieve my gain or achieve my output voltage. So basically, when I talk about the amplifier, it is the gain that matters a lot to me. And in a simple terms, ನಿಮಗೆ amplification ಅನ್ನೋದು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ your mic, whatever we use in our day-to-day life, the functions, they are basically our audio amplifiers. ನಾನು ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ದನ್ನ it will enhance it to a very larger value. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ನಾನು ಸೌಂಡ್ ನಾನು ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಹೋದ್ರ ಸಮ್ ಸಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬೆನ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾವ. ನೀವು ಮೈಕ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಿ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕಾರೆ ಅವಾಜ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಗೊತ್ತು, ಚುಯಿ ಪುಯಿ ಅಂತಂದು ನೀವು ಏನಾದ್ರು ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಹೋದ್ರ, that is because I cannot be increasing the gain as much I want. That has to be restricted according to the design of this amplifier. So an amplifier ಇಂತಿಷ್ಟೇ gain ಅಂತ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ನಾನು I cannot be increasing the gain. So altogether, if I want to summarize the concept about the amplification, amplifier ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ, ಅದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಪಟ್ಟಾಗಿ ನನಗೆ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಇದು ಗೇನ್. Now when it comes to the operational amplifier, or unlike any other amplifier, ಯಾವುದೇ amplifier ತಗೊಂಡ್ರು ನನಗೆ gain should be very 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 high, so that my resulting value should be very very high. And why I do all these action? Because when you try to transfer any signal from the transmitter, ignore, from the transmitter, when you're transmitting a signal, it has to reach to a destination, right? And if you are not able to amplify the signal to a larger value, and if you are sending a very small signal here, by the time it reaches the destination, it would have been collapsed. Ade nanu, if I send a bigger larger value, by the time it reaches the destination, possibility that at least I'll be getting the required waveform will be high. At least. So that is the reason why I try to amplify, or that is the reason why I go for the amplification. So basically what my intention here is to ensure that the input signal, whatever I am sending, it has to be sent with a large gain so that it reaches the destination without any distortion. So my amplifier should be having a larger gain. So that is the intention of designing the amplifier. Now when I try to understand about the operational amplifier, if operational amplifier, no, it is also a type of amplifier. So when I say amplifier should have very high gain, I specifically tell that operational amplifiers should have even very very high gain. It should have very 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 high gain, practically speaking. Ideally speaking, the gain should be infinite. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟನಂದ್ರೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಪಟ್ಟೆ ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಆಗಿ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಕಡೆ ಬರಬೇಕು. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೈ ಐಡಿಯಲ್ ಸಿನಾರಿಯೋ. ಬಟ್ ಹಂಗಂತೂ ಆಗ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಐಡಿಯಲ್ ಸಿನಾರಿಯೋ ಅಂತೂ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅನ್ ಐಡಿಯಲ್ ಸಿನಾರಿಯೋ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ or just to do some mathematical calculations. We always consider the practical scenario. Practical scenario ಒಳಗೆ ಹೆಂಗಿರಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಒಂದು ಆಪರೇಷನಲ್ ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈಯರ್ ನ ತಗೊಂಡಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದರದ ಗೇನ್ it should be very very high, for the mere reason just to ensure that whatever input I give, it should be transmitted to the output side without any distortion and without any loss of the signal, and in an amplified manner, so that I can be getting the desired outcome. So that is why I say it should be having very high gain. So that is the entire gist of the operational amplifier. So operational amplifier is a very high gain differential amplifier which is going to amplify the difference between the input signals, and it has got very high input resistance and low output resistance. So this is basically a simple definition of my operational amplifier. Now I told something, it should be having very high input resistance or it should have very low output resistance. ಯಾಕೆ ಹಿಂಗಿರಬೇಕು, ಹಿಂಗಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗತ್ತ? ನಾವು ಹಿಂಗ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಐ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಗಿವ್ some small justification, but I will be giving the justification not with respect to operational amplifier. I'll be giving that justification only with respect to a simple voltage amplifier. I've taken a voltage amplifier, and I don't let us not consider what is the internal structure. ಒಳಗಡೆ ಏನದ, let us not worry about it. I'll try to show you what will be the things that will be present inside the operational amplifier or inside any voltage amplifier, how the circuitry is made up of. So let us consider a scenario. Try to understand why I made this statement, high input resistance and low output resistance. Hing yaake irbeku, hing irlilla andre yenagatta? Let us try to understand. Okay, see, when I say I have an voltage amplifier and I am applying an input voltage V of 10 volt, and this input voltage source, let's say it is having an internal resistance of a value Rs, because this is my signal voltage, I am going to call it as V sig, and let the voltage source has got some sort of internal resistance R sig, and let's assume that value sometime later, and I am going to give the input, and what is that is expected out over here. I want to see if the gain of the voltage amplifier is 10, what is that expected output over here? In barbekananga input 10 volt kottini, gain 10 ada, what is the expected value? I should be getting 100 volts. Please be with me. Are you guys with me? Are you able to see or are you able to understand what I'm telling? That there is an voltage amplifier. It has got a gain of 10, and I'm giving an input signal of 10 volt, and my expected value is 100 volt. As simple as that. Because just now I told you gain is given by output by input, or from this I can say output can be obtained as gain multiplied by input. The gain is 10, input is 10. What will be the output value? Output value will be 100. Is that fine? Are you guys with me?
Yes, sir.
Now I am telling you why did I call the input resistance to be very high, and why I call the output resistance to be very low. I am giving the justification. Okay. Now when I say, see, there are the different aspects. Please carefully observe. When you are given with any question, you should properly read the question, because the answer lies there only. See, tell me, just tell me, I have a resistance by the name R here. Okay, tell me what is input resistance of the circuit, and what is the input resistance of the amplifier. Huh. Do you find any difference between these two statements? Input resistance of the circuit, input resistance of the amplifier. Do you find any difference between these two statements? If so, what is the difference? Can anybody tell me? Input resistance of the circuit antandre enu? Elli nanage input resistance of the circuit, or which is that input resistance of the circuit? Yav nanage input resistance of the circuit? And which is the input resistance amplifier? R is what?
Resistance of
the amplifier. And what about input resistance of the circuit?
RSN.
R sig.
R signal. See, I'll tell you. Whenever you want to identify what is the input resistance of any particular device or any particular circuit, you have to assume yourself standing here. Andra, you have to assume yourself standing at the input side. You stand at the input side. When you stand at the input side and you peek inside the circuit, you're standing here and you are looking into the circuit. The moment whatever resistance you see as a first resistance, whatever resistance you see as a first resistance, that is the input resistance of the circuit. When I stand over here and peek inside this entire circuit, the first resistance that I observe is R sig. Hence, R sig is going to act as an input resistance of the entire circuit. Because I am not only looking into the amplifier device. See, device andre bare, circuit andre bare. Circuit ಒಳಗಡೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾ components ಕೂಡಿ circuit ಆಗಿರುತ್ತದೆ. Device andre ಅದೊಂದೇ particular device ನಾನು consider ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀನಿ. Please keep that in mind. See, when you look from the input side and whatever resistance you see first, that is the input resistance of the circuit. Now, when you look inside the op-amp, or when you look inside any particular device, in a device ಒಳಗಡೆ ನೋಡಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತ್ರೆ ಕಾಣಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. I should come over here. Just before the device, I should stand. And if I stand just before the device and I look inside the device, and that device could be voltage amplifier, current amplifier, or any sort of amplifier. Now, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ whatever resistance I see first, that will be the resistance or the input resistance of the amplifier. Are you getting? So now the input resistance of the amplifier is R, because my input resistance of the amplifier will be just at the input side of the amplifier, and the input resistance of the amplifier circuit is the resistance which is at the input voltage. Please keep that in mind, and this is going to be very handy for your any upcoming contents or upcoming courses ಅಥವಾ upcoming higher semesters ಇದು ಭಾರಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನಾ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಯಾವ ಡಿವೈಸ್ ಹಿಂದ್ಗಡೆ ನಿಂತು ನಾ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅದರದ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ನಂಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. And if I stand here at the circuit side, at the output, the input side, and if I try to identify what is the input resistance of the voltage amplifier, I'll not be able to understand it. I should come over here. So that is the reason behind making you or giving you these two statements. Okay. Now I told the input resistance of the voltage amplifier or the input resistance of the operational amplifier should be very, very high. Andrenu, I'm not bothered about this RC. I'm bothered about this R. So this R has to be very, very high. High irlilla andre yenagatta. Let us try to understand that. Once I understand the high irlilla andre yenagatta, you will automatically come to know it has to be very, very high. So let me draw the circuit once again. Let me draw the op-amp itself. So this is my R out, this is my R in. So this is how I'm going to consider the input resistance of the op-amp and the output resistance of the op-amp. And basically, op-amp can be either current amplifier no behave agbodu, voltage amplifier no behave agbodu, or it can behave as any sort of amplifier. Now, right now, what kind of amplifier it is behaving? Whether it is behaving as an voltage amplifier or a current amplifier? How do I identify that? Whether it is an voltage amplifier or current
Voltage amplifier.
Yes, because I'm giving input as voltage and taking output as voltage. So it is straightforward and voltage amplifier. Fine. Because one more thing why I took voltage itself, because analyzing the resistance and all these parameters with input as voltage is somewhat better or easier as compared to current and or other parameters. So I took that. Okay. Now let us try to understand at the input side. Okay. Let's try to give the value 10 volt. And the internal resistance of the voltage source will be always less. It will be always less. So let us consider it as 10 ohm. And I told R in should be very, very high. Let us try to consider R in equal to 10 ohm to begin with, or I'll take this way. Different cases. For first case, R in equal to 10 ohm anta ತಗೋತೀನಿ. Now let us try to understand what will be the scenario that is going to happen. ಈಗ ನಂಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ, when I give the input signal as 10 volt, ಈಗ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ, or else simple analogy. I am being given with 10 rupees by my father and I am asked to go and give this 10 rupees to his friend. Right? So input to me is 10 rupees and what is expected by my father's friend 10 rupees. ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ನನಗೆ 10 rupees ಕೊಟ್ಟಾರ, ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನ 10 rupees ತಗೊಂಡೋಗಿ ನನ್ನ ಫಾದರ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಬಟ್ in between I find some shops and I spend 5 rupees or 2 rupees in buying out some chocolate, and while I give the money to my father's friend, I give him 8 rupees. Now will he accept that? Because he was expecting 10 rupees, right? And what I am giving him 8 rupees. Whether he is in a loss or he is in a profit?
Loss.
Loss.
The same thing here. ಈಗ ನನಗೆ ಇದು ನನ್ನ ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈಯರ್, ನಾ ಅಂತೀನಿ ನಾ 10 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿನಿ, ಬಟ್ ನನಗೆ op-amp ಅಥವಾ ಈ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈಯರ್ 10 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ ಬರ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಮೊದಲು. ನಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಡೋದಂತೂ 10 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿನಿ, ಬಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ದಟ್ actually is entering the voltage amplifier I should see here, or this amplifier I should see. And in order to see what is the voltage that is entering exactly here, I should be using some sort of voltage division rule to find out what is that voltage that is entering my op-amp, or what is that voltage that gets dropped at Rin when you give input as 10 volt. 10 volt ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ನನಗೆ input of my op-amp or input of my amplifier 10 volt ಹೋಗ್ತೈತೋ ಇಲ್ಲೋ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನನಗೆ ಈ resistance will play a crucial role. How is I am going to perform the voltage division rule? Look here. First of all, voltage division rule perform ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ resistance should be in series. ಈ particular rule apply ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ resistance should be in series. Now I can find there are two resistances Rsig and Rin, they are connected in series. Then I can be applying voltage division rule. ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಪ್ಪ simple voltage division rule. Like for example, if I want to find voltage across this resistance, then you do this way. That is V in. So this is my V in. I'm going to consider this as V in. V in is equal to which resistance across namak voltage beku. I require voltage across R in. I'll keep it in the numerator. And in the denominator, I'll do the summation of all the other resistances that are attached to Rin. Rin attached ಆಗಿರುವಂತ resistance ಯಾವುದು Rsig. So I'll do Rin plus Rsig. Then for this entire combination, I'm going to multiply the one voltage which you are considering over here. The voltage which you are considering here is Vsig. So this is my voltage division rule. So this is my formula. Henceforth, please make it a habit of remembering. ಯಾವ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಕ್ರಾಸ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಬೇಕು ಅದನ್ನ ನಾನು ನ್ಯೂಮರೇಟರ್ ನಾಗ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ. ಅದ್ರ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಈ ಯಾವ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಕ್ರಾಸ್ ನೀವು ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ತಗೊಂತಿರ್ತೀರಿ ಆ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಯಾವ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾವ ಅದೆಲ್ಲದೂ ಸಮೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತೀನಿ. So here I can find Rin and Rsig are attached together, summation multiplied by which is that voltage you are considering, the main voltage Vsig. So idanna nanu if I just try to simplify and try to understand what will be my resulting value, can you just substitute and tell me? Rin is, for the first case I have taken 10 ohm divided by again 10 ohm plus Rsig is also 10 ohm multiplied by 10. Can anybody quickly tell me what will be the resulting V in on solving this? Yes, one, two.
5, sir.
5 volts.
5, sir.
Exactly. So ಏನಂದಂಗ
5 volt.
Exactly 5 volt. ನಾ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು 10 volt. ನೀವು ಅಂತೀರಿ sir I have given 10 volt to the circuit, but actually what is entering your voltage amplifier? Only 5 volt is entering. Remaining 5 volt ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಯ್ತು? It got lost because of this Rin resistance. Now let's try to increase this Rin from 10 ohm to the second case. Rin equal to, let's take Rin equal to 100 ohm. Now can you just solve me? Rin equal to 100 divided by 100 plus 10. Rsig na hange itirತೀನಿ because Rsig is the internal resistance of the voltage source. That won't change. ಈಗ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ ಏನು ಬಂತು?
9
volt.
9.09 volt.
9.09 volt. It is way better. ಹೌದು ಇಲ್ಲೋ 5 volt ಗಿಂತ 9.09. The moment you change the input resistance from very low value
9.09.
Yes, but again na ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು 10 volt 9.09 still is a not that good because na ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು 10 volt ನಂಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾ 10 volt ಬರಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲಿ. So for that let me try to increase this Rin from 1000 to 100 to 1000. Let's say Rin equal to 1000. Now can anybody tell me what will be V in? So 1000 ಹಾಕ್ರಲ್ಲಿ 1000 divided by 1000 plus 10 into 10. Quickly, what will be V in for the third case?
9.9.
9.9 volt.
9.9 volt. Fair enough. 10 volts ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ 9.9 ಬರ್ತೈತಿ, it is acceptable. But this 5 volt is not acceptable. Now let us try to go with one more step. Let's give Rin equal to 10,000. 10,000 is nothing but 10 kilo ohms. ಏನಾಯ್ತು ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಈಗ 10,000 ಕೊಟ್ಟು ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಏನಾಯ್ತು 10,000 divided by 10,000 plus 10 into 10. What will be my V in value now? Nine point
9.99.
9.99 volt.
9.99. It is even better than the previous one. Are you getting what I'm doing over here? The moment I try to increase my input resistance
Yes.
from 10 ohm to 10 kilo ohm, I got the whatever the input voltage or the signal voltage you applied at the input side of the circuit, ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ನನಗೆ op amp ಅಥವಾ ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ನನಗೆ ಈ ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈರ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಹೋಯ್ತು. ಯಾಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರ ಈಗ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, the intention of this amplifier is to amplify the input signal. ಯಾವ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ತದ, whatever the signal it is going to receive, that only it is going to amplify. ಈಗ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಇದರದ ಗೇನ್ ನಾನು 10 ಇತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರ, if the gain is 10 and if Rin was 10 ohm, what was your Vin? Vin was 5 volts. 5 into 10 ನನಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಂತು ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್? 50 volts. ಸೊ ಏನಾದಂಗಾಯ್ತು, ನಾ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು 10, ನನಗೆ ಗೇನ್ ಆಗಿ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ದು 50. ಬಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್? ಐ ವಾಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ 100 volts. ಯಾಕೆ ನನಗೆ 50 volt gain ಆಯ್ತು? Because this amplifier is considering whatever input it is getting as input, and what voltage it is getting as input. It is getting as only 5 volt as input because Rin is less. And in order to avoid this, I increase this Rin from 10 volt to 100 volt. 100 volt increase ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನನ್ನ Vin became 9.09. 1000 ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ it became 9.9. 10,000 ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ 9.99. You increase it further, it will be 9.9999 and it keeps on increasing. Of course, it will never reach 10. But 9.99 is way better than 5 volts, isn't it? Are you getting what I'm telling?
Yes, sir.
So this is the reason behind having the input resistance of our voltage amplifier, or for that matter, basically your operational amplifiers are voltage amplifiers only. Fundamentally they are voltage amplifier. Other new current amplifier anta new later side na convert madkobodu, but as such operational amplifiers are your voltage amplifiers. Now just now I proved here, for any voltage amplifier to ensure proper input to be given to the input of my operational amplifier, I should have the Rin to be very, very high. This has to be very, very high. So this is the reason why I try to ensure the Rin to be very, very high. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Clear? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now let us consider the other scenario. R out should be less than antantini. Something other, something kind of this phenomenon will be happening at the output side. So let us try to do that. Let us try to understand why I should have output resistance to be low. Adu yak nang low irbeku, adu high itandre enagiti. Let's try to draw that. So let's say I have the, let's consider Vin, and here is my Rin, and here is my output, and here is my load resistance, and across the load only I'm going to consider the output, which is over here. So I'm going to consider the output. This is my R out. Okay, let us now consider voltage across input resistance. Let's assume I 10 volts kottidde V signal, and I calculated, and I assume that Rin has obtained 9.99 bandeti, which means I can consider entire 10 volt is being dropped across Rin. So which means the voltage here across Rin is 10 volts. Now let us try to understand what will be the voltage across the load resistance. So now, because I'm interested in output resistance over here, now can you tell me what will be the voltage division rule? V naught, how do I calculate? V naught is equal to which resistance should I consider in the numerator?
RL.
RL divided by RL plus R out multiplied by what voltage? The entire circuit, which is the voltage that is entering. This volt, 10 volt, because here is the voltage that is entering to this circuit. So this 10 volt I'll be considering. So adanna hange multiply ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. Is that clear what I'm doing over here? Because this is the 10 volt that is entering your this entire circuit, the output circuit. So let us try to understand. And as we know that the load resistance will be always very, very high. So I won't be changing this load resistance. Let's consider the load resistance to be 10 kilo ohms. So V0 is equal to 10 kilo ohm antandre 10,000 anta it is fixed. RL is 10,000, it is fixed. What is there with me? The output resistance. Now in Martiniga, output resistance, let us consider it as 1000. And if I include here 1000, now can you just tell me what will be the value of my output voltage?
9.09 volt.
9.09 for the case R out equal to 1000. Let us consider for the second case R out equal to 10,000. R out equal to 10,000 half node rain matati. 10,000 divided by 10,000 plus 10,000 into 10. Just one to. How much? Now the scenario is R out is 10,000. So here I am changing. So numerator hangi irtha. RL 10,000 hangi irtha. So 10,000 divided by 10,000, 10,000 it will be 20,000. So 10,000 divided by 20,000 into 10. So 10,000 divided by 20,000 it will be 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is 0.5.
5 volt.
5 volt.
So
5 volt.
Yeah, 5 volt. ನನಗೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒಳಗ 9.09 ಬಂತು, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒಳಗ 5 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ ಬಂತು. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದಂಗಾಯ್ತು, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್. ಸೊ ನನಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಐ ವಾಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಸಮ್ವೇರ್ ಅರೌಂಡ್, ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ದ ಗೇನ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 1. ಗೇನ್ 1 ಇತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ನಾನು 10 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟನಂದ್ರೆ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಏನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು?
10 volt.
10. ಹೌದಾ? as simple as that. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಏನು ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೀನಿ ಅದೇ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಗೇನ್ 1 ಅದ. So I have 10 volt as at the input side and I am supposed to get output as 10 volt. The moment I have R out as 1000 or R out as 1 kilo ohm, my output was 9.09. But the moment I increase the R out from 1000 to 10,000, my output got decreased to 5 volt. Now let us try to decrease R out to a very lesser value, 100 ohms. Let us consider for the case 100 ohms. Now can you just do that? What will be the resulting outcome? 10,000 divided by 10,000 plus 100 into 10. What will be the outcome? Output voltage?
0.99.
No, it can't be 0.99.
9.9.
Yeah, exactly. 9.9.
9.9.
9.9.
Are you able to interpret something over here? Lesser the output resistance, I am getting the output voltage closer to what was my input voltage. Are you getting the point? Reply to me.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So this is the reason why I should have high R in and low R out, and this explanation you won't be finding it in any textbook, and those who have missed my today's class will be in an illusion why the R in is very high and why R out is very, very low. And this has to be in your mind forever until you complete your engineering, and in fact when you join any career profession, this has to be there. And see, this is very, very, very interesting and very innovative concept, and if you are capable of explaining it to somebody else this way, that will tell about your conceptual understanding about a particular voltage amplifier. The voltage amplifier ellaru ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, the input resistance or the input impedance should be very, very high. They say this statement and they will not ever tell why. The reason why is here. You have to be in a position to explain it by giving the example. So this is why. See how I proved it. ನಾನು RN ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಇರಬೇಕಂತಂದೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ ನನಗೆ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ವಿಚ್ ಮೈ ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈಯರ್ ಈಸ್ ರಿಸೀವಿಂಗ್ ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕ್ಲಿ ಗಾಟ್ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್, ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ವೆರಿ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು 10 ವೋಲ್ಟ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ದು 10 ವೋಲ್ಟೇ. ಆ 10 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ ಬದಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಬಂತಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ಡಿಸೈನ್. So in order to ensure that na ಎಷ್ಟು voltage ಕೊಟ್ಟಿನಿ ಅದು ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ Rin should be very high. It should be very high. ಎಷ್ಟು high ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಅಷ್ಟು ಚಲೋ. And the same thing is happening at the other side, at the output side, in order to ensure whatever is being given at the input side, and if I want to receive it at the output side, to achieve that, I should be having output resistance to be low. Even nodri, now everything is set. If Rout is very low and Rin is very high, now whatever gain I do give over here, V in 10 ಕೊಟ್ಟು gain 10 ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ output will be 100. ಯಾಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನನಗ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವುದೇ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗಿರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. So that is the reason I try to ensure first the input resistance is high and output resistance is low, and I do this by keeping the gain as 1. ಮೊದಲು gain 1 ಇಡ್ತೀನಿ, input resistance high ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ input voltage entirely given voltage ಬಂದೈತೆ ಇಲ್ಲೋ ನಾನು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತೀನಿ. ಬಂತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ then I will check at the output side. ನಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 10 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಬಂದೈತಿ, ಅದೇ 10 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ ನನಗೆ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ನಾಗೂ ಬರಬೇಕು, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಗೇನ್ 1 ಅದ. ಗೇನ್ 1 ಐತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ ಏನು ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಆಗಂಗೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. So which means whatever the input voltage I have given over here, or whatever the input voltage the voltage amplifier has received, it should be made available to the output side. And in order to do that, I should be having my Rout to be very low. And these are my practical value. Ideally speaking, I say when you want to do the same analysis with respect to ideal scenario, ಅವಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಹೈ ಬರ್ತೈತಲ್ಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇನ್ಫೈನೈಟ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ರಿ, ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಲೋ ಬರ್ತೈತಲ್ಲ ಅದು 0 ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ರಿ. This is my ideal scenario. And ideal scenario is preferably useful when you try to solve some sort of numericals where you want to ease out the calculations. Calculation easy ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಕ್ಕೆ we usually consider the ideal scenario. And practical scenario is the most practical scenario which we consider. And this happens to be the first two characteristics of my operational amplifier. The Rin of my operational amplifier, ಅಥವಾ the input impedance of my operational amplifier should be very high. ಯಾಕಂತೇನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ operational amplifier is basically a voltage amplifier, and I did all this analysis with respect to voltage amplifier only. And the same analysis will go exactly reverse if I consider current amplifier. Please remember that. ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಸೇಮ್ ಇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈಯರ್ ನಾಗ ಈ ಸಿನಾರಿಯೋ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. But let us not worry about that, because I'll be dealing only with respect to voltage amplifier in this entire module number 3. This is for your understanding purpose. Is that clear what I told, what I'm telling over here?
Yes, sir.
Please reply to me.
Yes, sir.
Now, once we know the first two characteristics of the operational amplifier, it's time to go ahead and try to identify what are the other characteristics of the operational amplifier. Now, there's one question from examination point of view, which is going to be a short question. That is, explain the various characteristics of the operational amplifier. So first two characteristics you are supposed to answer, and nobody is going to ask you this justification. Idu nimage understand agli samband helide nanu. Blindly Rin high, Rout low ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೋತ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಬದಲಿ, if I just try to prove this to you, you'll be able to understand it in a better manner. So these are the first two characteristics. Now, like that, there are some 6 to 7 characteristics. We'll try to discuss those characteristics in the subsequent classes. So that way, we'll be having the entire characteristics of the operational amplifier being covered. And I'll be taking at 12:15 one more class, because I was not able to take your Monday's class. So 12:15, please do join exactly at 12:15, and I'll be taking that particular class. So this is all about your operational amplifiers introductory note, and why we have to have the input resistance of any voltage amplifier to be very high, and why we should have the output resistance of the voltage amplifier to be very low. Amale, just out of curiosity, see, if input and output, if input is voltage, output is voltage, it is a voltage amplifier. If input is current and output is current, it is a current amplifier. And how do I calculate the gain? Gain is calculated as, or it is represented by the term A, output by input, or that is V out by V in, if I am calculating with respect to the voltage amplifier, and I'll be representing it by the subscript AV. So please keep this in mind. So E1, the expression maga, if V out is given I can be, if V out and V in is given, I can be calculating the gain. If gain and V in is given, I can be calculating V out. If only V in and gain is given, I can calculate V out. And if I V out and AV is given, I can calculate V in. I can calculate any other parameters provided I know two parameters. And this operational amplifier is basically a differential amplifier, which means it is going to take the input voltage as a difference between the voltages between its input terminals. So that's it from today's this particular class. We'll try to meet up again at the next class at 12:15 p.m. today. So I'm just going to float an attendance link to in your Google group. Sorry, in your WhatsApp group. Because I'm not satisfied with the way the attendance I'm going to take from the Microsoft team. I have just floated a form, attendance link form in your WhatsApp group. You just open that WhatsApp, your WhatsApp group, and try to open that Google form and try to fill that Google form. That Google form will be having name, 4-digit code, roll number, USN, and mail ID. And the 4-digit code is whatever you can see on your screen right now. The 4-digit code is whatever the code you are seeing right now. You have to enter this 4-digit code in that Google form. Please do that and fill the attendance. So with this, I conclude today's class. If you do not have any doubts, we'll meet up again in the next class. So attendance, now link kalsini, try to open up that link and try to fill that form. Are you able to fill that? Please respond.
Sir, 4-digit code.
You can just look on your screen. I mentioned on the whiteboard. On the whiteboard, I have mentioned what is that code. And this will be enabled, or this will be active for only 30 seconds. Please do it fast. And if you are done with the attendance, you can exit from the class. So that's it from today's class. Please do attend at 12:15's class.